Hi all. So today we are going to see how can we do parameterization using data provider annotation. In the last class, we saw how can we pass parameters from testng.xml file. And today we are going to see how can we test a particular method with multiple sets of data. Okay. For example, if I have to test the login functionality with multiple usernames and passwords. Say I have to test the login functionality by using invalid username, valid password, valid username, invalid password, invalid username, invalid password, and at last valid username and valid password. So how can we perform that in TestNG? So to do that, I will do something. Okay. So here actually we have to create one function. Okay. So I'll write here public object and login data, or say I'll write here data provider. Okay, so the return type of this function will always be two-dimensional array of object type, and here I have to provide @data provider annotation, and I have to give some name, so I can give like login data. Okay, so now I have to create one object, so I'll just write here object and I'll name it as data is equal to new object, and here I have to provide the size of two-dimensional array. Okay, so I'll give here 4 and 3. That means I have to pass 4 sets of data. Okay, so I can write like this object. So the first value will be 0 and 0, and here I have to provide invalid username, so I can give some invalid username, and then I'll give here, this will be data not object. Okay, then I'll give a data 0 and 1, and here we have to provide the valid password, say admin 123. Okay, and second thing data 0 3, and here I have to provide what error message the system is going to display when you enter invalid username or invalid password, right? So if I go here, this is my Orange HRM application. So if I enter anything wrong, right, say some invalid value, and if I hit enter, it is going to show me this invalid text. So I'm gonna take it and write it over here. Okay, so similarly I have to prepare other test data as well. Okay, and the last one will be valid. So the username is admin and password is admin123, and if I get logged in, admin and password is admin123, so it will display dashboard. Okay, so it will display dashboard. So I'll take this text and paste it over here. Okay, so let me just create the test data. So now I have my test data. If you see, this is like invalid username and valid password. This is valid username, invalid password, invalid username, invalid password, and the last one is valid username and valid password. Okay, so now this function is expecting one two-dimensional array to be returned. So we have to return this data. Okay, so I'll go here and I'll write here return data. That's it. Okay, so now save this. So this has to be object. Okay, so now if you see, this function is going to provide test data to the login test method. Okay, but now how login method will get to know that it has to take the test data from this function? Okay, so for that what we have to do is, I will comment this out. Okay, so here we have to write @test, and I'll write here data provider login data. Okay, the same name you have to give. So whatever the name you have provided here, right, the same name you have to provide there. Okay, so now what I will do, I will put one condition over here, like if username is equal to admin, or I can write like this, if username dot equals admin and password dot equals admin 123, then it has to validate with dashboard, right? So if I go here and I will just inspect this, so we are going to fetch the text value and we are going to compare it with dashboard. Okay, so I'll just do like this, right click, copy XPath. Okay, so I'll go here and I'll write here. So, and how we are comparing, I have already told you, like we are going to use assert, right? So I'll just write here assert dot assert equals, okay, I can write a driver dot find element by dot XPath. So I'm going to remove double quotation. Okay, so I'll write here dot get text and dot trim. Why trim? Because like if any space is there, then it will trim it. Okay, and here I'll give here value. Okay, so along with username and password I am passing value also. Okay, else what I have to do is, else what I have to do, so if I go to this application and I will log out, okay, so if you pass anything invalid, okay, so it is going to give you this invalid credentials error message. So now I will take the XPath of this, copy XPath, and same thing I am going to write over here. So assert dot assert equals, so we have to go to string. Okay, so I can write here driver dot find element, driver dot find element by dot XPath, Okay. Then I'll give you a dot get text dot trim, and it will compare with the value what we are going to pass. Okay. So let me do the indentation. So let me just walk you through the script. So basically we have created one function, and this function is going to pass multiple sets of data. So here actually we are passing username and password, and what text to be displayed, like for unsuccessful login or for successful login. Okay. And we are returning this two-dimensional array. Okay. So this is an two-dimensional array. So basically this is a two-dimensional array of object data type. Okay, the return type is always two-dimensional array of object data type. Okay, and here actually we have written the code to log into the application, and here I have put one condition, like if username is valid and password is valid, then we have to validate this. Okay, we have to validate whether dashboard is displayed or not. And if we are passing apart from valid username and valid password, okay, and we are entering something else, then we have to validate whether that error message is displayed or not, invalid credentials. Okay, so I'll go to testng.xml. I'll do some modifications. So basically I have to comment this out because now we are not going to pass username and password from testng.xml file. So I have to comment this out. The only thing what we are passing from testng.xml file is the browser URL. Okay, so this is the only parameter we are passing it from testng.xml file. Okay, so now let's run this and check whether our code is working as expected or not. So the execution has been started. So it is going to open my browser and it is going to invoke the application under test, and now it is logging in. Just look at the username and password edit fields and see the data. So now it is entering second set of test data. And now it is entering third set of test data. And at last it is going to enter the last set of test data, which are valid username and valid password. And this time the login is successful. Okay. So this is our test report. If you see, so 4 test cases have been executed and 4 test cases got passed. And if I go to testng report, you can see the parameters. So these are the first set of parameters. These are the second set of parameters, and these are the third set of parameters. And this is the last set of parameters. Okay. So as of now, actually, we have hard coded these values. So in the next session, I'm going to show you like how can we fetch these values from the Excel file and how can we do parameterization. Okay. So as of now, we have used hard coded values. In the next class, we are going to fetch these values from the Excel file. So this is how we can execute a test method with multiple sets of data using data provider annotation. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching this.